Welcome to What's New in Q 3.0. In this video, we will take a look at two new tabs for elementary gradebook: Standards by Student and Tasks by Standard. Let's jump into our gradebook to take a look at the two new tabs. To get into the gradebook, I'm going to hover over my menu, hover over the Marks module, and select Gradebook. The two new tabs can be found alongside the other tabs, so the roster, the spreadsheet, by student, by task, and the two new tabs, Standards by Student and Tasks by Standard. So let's take a look at the first new tab, Standards by Student. Here I can pick one student at a time, so I'm going to pick this student, and I can select a specific domain. So the default is ELA. I can select Math to view the math standards, or ELD, Social Studies and Science, which do not have specific standards just yet. So for this example, our ELA standards are listed all here, and if I scroll down I could see more. And all assignments that have any of these standards attached to them. So this means that when I created these assignments, I had selected a specific standard to be attached to the assignment. So if I wanted to take a look at 5.1, how the student is performing on standard 5.1, I would move over and take a look at this assignment. The student performed at a 4. Then another assignment, they performed at a 3. Another assignment, they performed at a 2. And another assignment that they performed a 4. Now you're going to notice that some assignments only have a few standards attached, and that's going to be based on when you create your assignment, how many standards you attached. So for example, this assignment has one standard, 2 standards assigned to them. Another assignment, for example this one, has 1 standard, 2 standards, 3 standards, 4 standards. This is all based on how many standards you align to your assignment. Here I can do some editing as well. So for example, if 5.1, in this assignment, I realize when I took further look at the assignment, or I gave the assignment again to the student and the student performed better, I can do a quick edit in here by clicking in there. And I can make any changes that I need to make. I can also take a look at how they did overall. This is the overall score for the assignment. Here I can really analyze how the student is performing. I can also take a look at a quick link for statistics, where I see every single assignment and every single standard aligned to it. Now at first, this can look like a lot of information, but if you hover over the points, you can see specifically what assignment, on what date, and what standard, and the mark that the student had received. Let's close that out. So this is one way to take a look at how each student is performing by standard. Now let's take a look at the Tasks by Standard tab right here. If I click on here, I can see my entire roster, and I can select a domain and a specific standard. Here, I can look at how my whole class is performing on 5.1. The system will pull every single assignment that I have that has 5.1 attached to it. So I can get a better view of how my students are doing overall. I can click on the text box so that I can edit any of the assessments or assignments. I can also take a look at the statistics of how my class is doing overall with that particular standard. So for 5.1, some of my students are getting a 4, some are getting a 3, a 2, and a 1. So this might be the time that I think of reteaching strategies or moving on depending on how the marks are distributed throughout my class. I can also print this if I need it. So those are 2 new tabs for Elementary Gradebook. Any changes made, I can click Submit.